When selecting lighting for a warehouse with 35-foot ceilings and 30-inch wide aisles, several factors must be considered. The goal is to provide sufficient and uniform illumination, especially given the 24-foot high shelves and 18-inch document boxes. Two types of lights are particularly well suited for this application. Firstly, LED high bay lights, and secondly, linear fluorescent lights. LED high bay lights are known for their high efficacy, meaning they produce a lot of light while consuming relatively little energy. They also have a long lifespan, which reduces maintenance costs. Importantly, they can provide uniform illumination even when mounted at a height of 35 feet, ensuring good visibility in the aisles. Linear fluorescent lights are another option. They emit a diffused light, which provides even coverage. While they may require more fixtures to achieve the same light levels as LED high bay lights, they can be a cost-effective alternative, especially when initial costs are a major concern. The choice between LED and fluorescent lights often depends on a balance of upfront cost, energy efficiency, and maintenance requirements. Now, addressing the challenge of installing lights at a height of nearly 30 feet in such narrow aisles requires careful planning and the right equipment. Several methods can be employed, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The method of custom-built scaffolding, rolling towers, aerial work platforms, and temporary platforms. Firstly, custom-built scaffolding can be constructed to fit the 30-inch wide aisles. This provides a stable platform for workers to install the lights. The scaffolding needs to be designed to meet all safety standards and should be assembled by qualified personnel. Secondly, rolling towers with a narrow base can be used. These towers can be easily moved and adjusted to the desired height. It's crucial to ensure that the tower is stable and equipped with safety rails. Thirdly, an aerial work platform, OP, can be rented or purchased. These platforms offer the advantage of reaching the entire ceiling without frequent repositioning. When selecting an AWP, ensure it has a narrow reach and a platform that can accommodate multiple workers safely, also known as a scissor lift. Lastly, temporary platforms can be installed at regular intervals along the aisles. These platforms can be constructed using scaffolding or other suitable materials. This method allows workers to access different sections of the ceiling without having to climb ladders or use a full scaffolding system. Beyond the type of lighting and installation method, several additional considerations are critical for a successful warehouse lighting project. Light placement is important. Instead of placing lights over the shelves, position them over the aisles. This ensures optimal light distribution and visibility where it's needed most. The light levels need to meet the specific requirements of the document storage application. Adequate illumination is essential for reading labels and navigating the aisle safely. Check that the chosen lights provide the necessary light levels, measured in lumens or foot candles as per industry standards or local regulations. Safety is paramount during installation and maintenance. Implement appropriate safety measures, such as fall protection systems, including harnesses and lifelines. Also ensure proper lighting in the work area to prevent accidents. Workers should be trained in the safe use of equipment and procedures. Detailed safety plans and risk assessments should be carried out before starting any work. Here's a more detailed look at each of the installation methods and some extra considerations. Firstly, custom-built scaffolding. Secondly, rolling towers. Thirdly, aerial work platforms. Fourthly, temporary platforms. Fifthly, safety regulations. And lastly, lighting design software. Custom-built scaffolding offers a stable and secure platform for workers, especially in confined spaces. The scaffolding should be designed by a qualified engineer to ensure it can withstand the necessary loads. It's important to use high-quality materials and follow all relevant safety codes during construction. Regular inspections of the scaffolding are essential to identify and address any potential hazards. Rolling towers are a more mobile option compared to custom-built scaffolding. They are easier to move and adjust, which can save time during the installation process. However, they are generally less stable than scaffolding, so it's important to use outriggers and ensure the tower is level before use. The wheels of the tower should be locked when workers are on the platform. Aerial work platforms (OPS) provide the greatest flexibility and reach. They can be used to access hard-to-reach areas and can accommodate multiple workers and equipment. AWP are available in a variety of sizes and configurations, so it's important to choose one that is appropriate for the specific application. Operators of AWP must be properly trained and certified. Temporary platforms can be a cost-effective solution for accessing different sections of the ceiling. These platforms can be constructed using a variety of materials such as wood, metal, or plastic. It's important to ensure that the platforms are strong and stable and that they are properly secured to the existing structure. Workers should use full protection when working on temporary platforms. No matter which installation method is chosen, it's crucial to comply with all relevant safety regulations. This includes regulations related to fall protection, electrical safety, and equipment operation. A comprehensive safety plan should be developed and implemented before any work begins. All workers should be trained on the safety plan and should be equipped with the necessary personal protective equipment (PPE). Additionally, consider using lighting design software to optimize the placement and selection of lights. This software can help predict light levels and ensure that the chosen lights meet the specific requirements of the document storage application. It can also help identify potential glare and shadow issues. The software is often able to create 3D models of the space to visualize the lighting effect. Remember that regular maintenance of the lighting system is important to ensure optimal performance and safety. This includes replacing burned-out bulbs or lamps, cleaning fixtures, and inspecting wiring. A preventative maintenance schedule should be developed and followed. For example, a high-dust environment requires more frequent cleaning. When selecting lighting for a warehouse, it's also important to consider the color temperature of the lights. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin K and refers to the warmth or coolness of the light. For warehouse applications, a color temperature of 4000 Kelvin to 5000 Kelvin is generally recommended. This provides a bright, white light that is easy on the eyes and helps to improve visibility. The color rendering index (CRI) is another important factor to consider. The CRI measures how accurately a light source renders colors. A CRI of 80 or higher is generally recommended for warehouse applications. This will help to ensure that colors are accurately represented, which is important for tasks such as reading labels and identifying materials. Finally, consider the energy efficiency of the lighting system. LED lights are significantly more energy efficient than traditional lighting technologies such as incandescent and fluorescent lights. By switching to LED lighting, you can save a significant amount of money on your energy bills. You may also be eligible for rebates from your local utility company. In summary, selecting the right lighting for a warehouse involves several key considerations. Firstly, the type of lights. Secondly, the installation method. Thirdly, light placement. Fourthly, light levels. Fifthly, safety precautions. Sixthly, color temperature. Seventhly, color rendering index. And lastly, energy efficiency. By carefully considering these factors, it's possible to create a safe, efficient, and productive work environment. Remember to consult with a qualified lighting professional to ensure that you choose the best lighting system for your specific needs. This professional can assess your warehouse space, recommend appropriate lighting solutions, and provide guidance on installation and maintenance. Moreover, investigate whether intelligent lighting controls could further boost energy savings. These systems automatically adjust light levels based on occupancy or daylight availability. These advanced controls can often be retrofitted to existing lighting systems. Pay attention to how the light interacts with different surfaces in the warehouse, such as the shelves, the document boxes, and the floor. Dark surfaces absorb light, while light surfaces reflect it. This can affect the overall light levels and the uniformity of the lighting. Consider using light-colored paint on the walls and ceiling to help improve light reflectivity. If you are using metal halide or high-pressure sodium lights, be aware that these lights can take several minutes to warm up before they reach full brightness. This can be a safety issue if the lights are used in areas where people are working. LED lights, on the other hand, turn on instantly. Consider the directionality of the light. Some lights emit light in all directions, while others emit light in a more focused beam. The directionality of the light will affect how the light is distributed in a warehouse. For example, if you are trying to light a narrow aisle, you will want to use a light that emits a focused beam of light. If you are lighting a large open area, you will want to use a light that emits light in all directions. Understand the maintenance requirements for the lighting system. Some lights require more maintenance than others. For example, fluorescent lights need to be replaced more often than LED lights. Make sure that you factor in the cost of maintenance when choosing a lighting system. Check the warranty on the lights. Most lights come with a warranty that covers defects in materials and workmanship. Make sure that you understand the terms of the warranty before you purchase the lights. Also, be aware of the potential for glare from the lights. Glare can be a safety hazard and can make it difficult to see. Make sure that the lights are properly shielded to prevent glare, and comply with all applicable building codes and regulations. Building codes and regulations often specify minimum light levels and other requirements for warehouse lighting. Make sure that you are familiar with these requirements before you install any lights. In order to effectively decide on a solution for lighting, it is also beneficial to weigh the lifetime costs of each system. While LED lights may have a higher initial cost than fluorescent, a longer lifespan and lower energy consumption mean they often have a lower total cost of ownership over their operational life. Perform a detailed cost analysis considering initial investment, energy consumption, replacement costs, and maintenance expenses. Also, explore the possibility of integrating emergency lighting into the overall design. Emergency lights are essential for ensuring safe egress in case of a power outage. These can be self-contained units with battery backups or connected to a central emergency power system. Make sure that the emergency lighting system meets all applicable codes and regulations. Review how the light output changes over time. Some lights degrade over time, which means that their light output decreases. This can be a problem if the lights are used in areas where consistent light levels are important. LED lights typically have a much slower rate of light degradation than other types of lights. Evaluate the thermal management of the lights. Lights generate heat, and if the heat is not properly managed, it can shorten the lifespan of the lights and reduce their performance. LED lights are particularly sensitive to heat, so it's important to choose lights that have good thermal management. Ensure that the lights are compatible with any existing control systems. If you are using a lighting control system, make sure that the lights are compatible with the system. Some lights may require special dimming ballast or other components to work with the control system. Investigate the availability of rebates and incentives. Many utility companies offer rebates and incentives for businesses that install energy-efficient lighting. Make sure that you check with your local utility company to see if you are eligible for any rebates or incentives. In warehouses with automated systems, consider the impact of lighting on sensors and cameras. Proper lighting is crucial for the effective operation of automated equipment. Position and select lighting to minimize shadows and ensure consistent visibility for sensors and cameras. Evaluate the impact of lighting on the stored materials. Some materials may be sensitive to light or heat. Make sure that the lighting system does not damage the stored materials. The type of material stored will dictate the appropriate light levels and color temperature for the space. Consider the impact of lighting on worker comfort. Poor lighting can cause eye strain, headaches, and fatigue. Make sure that the lighting system is designed to provide a comfortable and productive work environment. A well-designed lighting system will improve worker morale and productivity. Before making any final decisions, conduct a lighting mock-up. A lighting mock-up involves installing a small number of lights in a warehouse to test their performance. This will allow you to evaluate the light levels, color, temperature, and glare before you commit to a full installation. Furthermore, ensure proper disposal of old lighting fixtures. Traditional lighting technologies, such as fluorescent lights, may contain hazardous materials such as mercury. Dispose of these fixtures properly to protect the environment. Many recycling centers accept old lighting fixtures. When installing new lighting, consider the future needs of the warehouse. Will the warehouse be expanded in the future? Will the layout of the warehouse be changed? Make sure that the lighting system is flexible enough to accommodate future changes. Finally, ensure there is proper documentation of the lighting system. This includes documentation of the light fixture types, locations, and control system settings. Proper documentation will make it easier to maintain and troubleshoot the lighting system in the future. Remember that lighting is a key element of warehouse design and operation. The correct lighting system not only enhances the safety and productivity of the facility, but also helps in saving energy and reducing operational costs. Investing time and effort in planning and selecting the right lighting system will yield significant returns in the long run. And do not forget to consider any local or national energy efficiency standards when selecting the warehouse lighting. These standards could influence your lighting choices, especially with the increasing focus on sustainable practices. Also, look into the lifespan of the lighting product to see if there are significant differences between options. For example, some LED lights may last significantly longer than others, further reducing the need for replacements and maintenance. Make a comprehensive comparison considering all the above factors before arriving at a decision. Be mindful of the potential for light pollution. Ensure that the lighting system is designed to minimize light spillover onto neighboring properties. Use shielded fixtures and directional lighting to control the direction of light. Review the zoning regulations in the area to understand any restrictions on light pollution. And consider the use of dimming systems to reduce light levels during off-peak hours. And ensure accessibility of the lighting fixtures for maintenance purposes. Consider the location and accessibility of the lighting fixtures when designing the lighting system. Ensure that the fixtures can be easily accessed for maintenance and repairs. Use lift equipment or other methods to access high-mounted fixtures safely. This will reduce the downtime and cost of maintenance. Before any installations, consider the integration of emergency shutdown procedures related to lighting. Integrate emergency shutdown procedures for the lighting system with other safety systems in the warehouse. This will ensure that the lighting system can be quickly and safely shut down in the event of an emergency. And determine a method and system of tracking the improvements that the new lighting solution brings. Track the energy savings, maintenance costs, and worker productivity after the new lighting system is installed. This will help you to measure the effectiveness of the new system and identify any areas for improvement. Use this data to justify the investment in the new lighting system. Always remember that the effectiveness of a lighting system is highly dependent on proper design, installation, and maintenance.